I was going to say welcome back, but it's not welcome back, is it?
No, so, it's like welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to the Planky Grovesy pod, the Planky Grovesy show, the Planky Grovesy... What is it? The Planky Grovesy pod. The cabaret.
Cabaret.
Perfect. I'm very happy with that, and I'm very happy that you're here.
I'm very happy.
If anything, this is just an excuse to catch up and chat all the time. We literally don't see each other enough.
No, I know. We used to speak quite a bit, and then you got married.
Wow. Blame Izzy for that one. Yeah. She has. To be fair, we do still speak on FaceTime every now and again. Usually when you're in a rush, but you're a very busy man with your jobs, your charity work. Just all round superhuman.
Yeah, but you're so busy as well. You're a social media star, up and coming. You're fantastic at what you do. You help with the editing of the videos. You've got a leash around your sort of your neck with Izzy, so you're busy.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. I'm sure that's what everyone wanted to hear. Look, no, I'm really excited. And the reason why I'm really excited is...
Can I just say something? It's like you're the host.
Sorry. Well, you said...
I'm really excited to have you on my show, but it's titled Planky Grovesy.
Your name is second. Let's clear that up.
Well...
No. So the reason why I'm excited is because we get to spend time together.
No, I am excited.
And also, we're doing it for great cause, great reasons behind it. We're going to get some great guests on.
We are.
But that is also what we need help with. Yes. Because we have got some lined up for the new year. Shall I tease some names? Shall I do it?
Go for it. Tease some.
Well, we got Mark White, the Dorking manager. Yep. He loves a podcast. We've got Manny.
Yep.
The YouTuber. I think he does a little bit on Twitch as well. Both of them have been a part of what we're going to get onto.
Yeah.
We spoke to some others. We're looking at some people from Love Island.
Love Island, yep. Ex-pros.
Yeah, ex-pros.
Actors.
Actresses, that's important.
Musicians.
So
we got a whole selection.
People, if you don't know who we are, we've got a contact book.
We have. We built it up.
So yeah, so the reason behind this podcast, other than just catching up and talking with mates, is... I have a social media background and I create content and I've got a reasonably okay following, but how we met and this is part of why we're here today, and probably the only reason why we're here today is because of the day we met.
Because we met on that lovely evening in Eastbourne.
Eastbourne Borough. Can you remember whose charity match it was?
Yes, I can. Do we want to say who it was?
Yeah, we can say who it was. We don't need to go into it.
It's just like a plug, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, it was... I think it was a simple Simon Cal the Dragon charity match.
Was not one of my proudest moments of my life. Okay. Whereas Cal the Dragon, I think, has stayed at a level, and he's obviously had his challenges and problems and whatnot, but I think he's come out of it looking better. Believe it or not,
he's a good kid, Cal. Misunderstood. He's a good kid.
I'm glad you said that because he is misunderstood. And to be honest.
Kid.
There's two people I get asked about a lot when I do the charity matches. One is Leanne Sanderson. I get that question a lot. What's she like? Yeah, and everyone always wants me to say something because of they don't agree with what she says on TalkSport, or because of the obvious dinosaur opinion that she is a female footballer and she shouldn't have an opinion. No. But she is, without a doubt, I would say I've met a lot of amazing people through social media, but she is up there, if not number one.
No, she's the best. Honestly, she's so great at what she does. She puts in so much hard work and effort before every single game. She's up hours before the game. She puts in all the hard work, all the graft. She preps beyond belief. She's fantastic at what she does.
Well, I'd also point out from a personal point of view, taking away her the job and what she does and anything she does for socials, is when my mum passed, she would just randomly check in.
Yeah.
And I never knew her before. Yeah. I had no reason. She could also just ignore me because she is so successful at what she does and has been so successful. She has absolutely no reason to check in on me.
She is honestly 110% a superhuman.
Yeah, everyone wants me to say something different, but genuinely, and I've never told her this, but that is the most, Cal the Dragon and Leanne Assassin, that's the two I get asked most about. Even up till last week I got asked about Leanne.
Yeah, honestly, fantastic. I can't speak highly enough of her.
So
she is one of my good friends.
And we will go on to more about her when we talk about Goals for Gosh. But going back to Cal the Dragon.
Yeah, that night, I remember we pulled up at the same time,
literally
in the car park. And I'm going to say it because I said it at your wedding. But I looked at you, you looked at me. It was like our eyes just, it was just, you could just see that a bond was going to start to form and grow. And then as you got out the car, I was like, that's a tall guy. And then it was drizzled. It was raining, it was windy, and then I saw something streaming from your face, your cheeks. I looked a little bit closer, and it was the fake tan. Sponsored by Saint-Tropez.
Yeah. And do you know what? I've been using the one you got me at the wedding as well.
Yeah, okay, all good.
But no, yeah. So we did meet at the jokes outside. We did meet at that game. We had no idea about each other before. Nope. And you ended up being the manager of the team, didn't you? I ended up playing.
Team, I can't remember.
No, neither can I. It wasn't. No, it was opposite teams.
But the
importance behind it was that the game got abandoned.
Yeah, second half, yeah.
Yeah, the game got abandoned because of crowd trouble. Because if any of you can remember it, and I might even try and sneak a clip in, Cal the Dragon got attacked, slide tackled by a spectator, and it all sort of kicked off. Can you remember who else appeared that night?
Yeah.
Ed Matthews. Yeah, who was just about to have his fight with Simple Simon.
Yeah. Good promo.
It was good promo. Completely fake. Absolutely, completely fake, all of it, in my opinion. Allegedly.
In my opinion.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's absolutely crazy, and the reason why that is because obviously a charity match recently has been abandoned. Yeah, you have to be careful because you obviously run charity matches. You don't want to offend anyone. I don't give a shit personally. I'll say it how it is, and I think these things shouldn't be publicised. So like when it happened at the time, I was a bit naive and I thought, wow, this will make great content. Yeah. I didn't actually get anything out of the game because that's not my style of content. I don't think these things should be promoted. I don't think it's good and benefits anyone because all that allows is people to think that's okay at the next charity match or even down to pitch invasions. Oh, that's okay at the next charity match and the next charity match. And difference between yours and a lot of other events is that you actually get actual celebrities and actual ex-footballers and people that don't want to be hounded, people running onto the pitch because they feel unsafe.
Yeah, 100%.
And also it puts the football club we're at in a lot of trouble as well. Yep. You know, I'll name one. You had Eden Hazard at your game this year, which to me is completely mental. We'll speak more about that. But he doesn't want, if he's flown to England for a charity match, the last thing he wants is people running on the pitch.
Yep.
I just don't think things like after should be promoted and we should be pushing it on social media. But each their own. Everyone likes their style of content. Mine isn't clickbait. Mine, I wouldn't do things like that.
No, but I mean, I don't agree what you just said. You shouldn't be promoting that sort of stuff, but it's probably given that, I don't know what the charity is or what the organisation is, but it's given them a platform because people know about it. So
yeah. I mean, look, if it works for you, it works for you. I don't agree with it, and I think
agreed.
I think it should be definitely frowned upon, if not, and that's the importance of anti-security events. And I think there's too many charity matches with not a lot of idea and thought of how crazy they are and how manic they are. So yeah, we've got sidetracked again. I knew this was going to happen all the time. So how we met? So so the game got abandoned.
Yeah.
By the slide tackle, kicked off. Can you remember how bad it was? We were locked in the change rooms.
Yeah, the police came. We had to wait until all the crowd left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good hour, I think.
And it was live streamed. All the kids I coached back home were watching it. My family were watching it. And I was texting in the change rooms. I looked to my left. There's Astrid Wet. I looked to my right. There's you. You know, that is. We've got to be careful what I say now. Because I'm married. Got to be careful for many reasons. So yeah, and I thought that was my first proper charity match, my only charity match. And I thought, wow, is this what my life is? A little bit manic now. Ed Matthews, Simple Simon, Cal Dragon, Astrid Wet.
And to be fair, I didn't know any of these people.
No, but the
only person I knew was Paul Hayes because he was because he played in my charity game, ex-pro. He used to play for Scunthorpe. Knew him because when I was growing up, I could see his name on the old teletext. Yeah. That's how old I am. Teletext, scorer. I thought, that's a big player, Paul Hayes. But I didn't know anyone.
No, and that's fair. Yeah, you're sort of...
I'm not in that content creator world.
No, and it was a hectic day. And so from that, I then got invited to play in the Goals for Gosh
tournament.
TikTok tournament.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we started to talk a little bit more.
That's when you started harassing me every day.
Yeah, let's not pretend like that happened.
Honestly, it was like 10 missed calls. I was like, what does this guy want?
Okay, well, that didn't happen, but we can never let the truth get in the way of a good story, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But no,
it was magical. That's when the friendship grew.
Was that 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
2021 was the first Ghost for Ghost. Then I think I introduced the tournament in 2022. So yeah, 3 years ago.
Wow, 3 years. He's been the best man at my wedding.
Yeah.
This year, a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how quickly life can change. A lot of things have happened. Personal, private, work in those 3 years. Some we'll talk about. Some I don't know if I want to talk about. But it's a lot's happened, and sometimes I've realised that as I've got older, my friendship group has got smaller. You have a lot of acquaintances. You have a lot of
No, that's just natural. That's normal in life. My friendship group's got smaller. You don't. For me, I don't need a big circle. I just have the people in my circle that I trust.
I think that's really important because
trust is a big thing,
especially with what you do and with what I do. Things can become a little bit weird and a little bit hectic, and you need people who aren't yes men.
Yeah, exactly.
If I do something wrong, you'll tell me, or if you would give me an honest opinion, and I hope it would be the other way around. There's been times where we've said things or had ideas and the other one's gone, nah, I don't like that, or whatever. Or when I make videos, you're like, no, change it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
what was the other day? I was just telling you.
The Roberto Carlos one.
Yeah, and then you was like, don't you ever talk to me like that again. Ever.
So yeah, it's I don't know when this is coming out, but the Roberto Carlos event's out now, isn't it?
It is. So yeah, it's we announced that something's happening end of January, and whenever this comes out, the tickets are now on sale.
Literally today, weren't they?
Today.
When this is being filmed.
Literally about an hour ago.
So yeah, I mean, I'm wearing a Real Madrid Christmas jumper.
You are. I'm wearing a Brighton one. Why am I wearing a Brighton one? People go, oh, I thought you support Spurs. I married into the Spurs family, so that's why I support Spurs to begin with. I was a Brighton fan season ticket holder growing up at the Weird Dean, and my favourite player was Bobby Zamora, and Bobby Zamora is on the back of this jumper.
Unbelievable
player.
And the relevance of this, I've got Zidane on the back, but who used to play for Real Madrid?
Roberto Carlos.
Not you.
Oh, I was just saying, hang on a minute. Roberto Carlos. One of the best left backs in the world ever.
Yeah, him, Ashley Cole, up there
Graham
Lasso. Wayne Bridge. Saints. Brighton as well, didn't he? Chelsea.
Yeah, I think he did the season at Brighton.
Yeah, so ball knowledge. Not that type of ball knowledge.
No, well, yeah, so anyway, that was our friendship. We keep getting digressed with stuff. And then there was another charity game we did. I thought, these are good guys. Match for Mind. Kieran was my commentator at one of the events. And I remember, I think it was the second year, was it the third year? How many times we played there? 2, 3? Whatever it was anyway. And then we shared a hotel room, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we did. And what was really weird, so I went to bed, I think it was cold that night.
Okay, before you carry on.
What?
Separate
beds.
No. Before you carry on, he is going to fabricate some of this story, right? You are going to fabricate some of this story.
It's not fabricated.
And I just want the listeners, the watchers.
Here's the truth.
Go on then.
Fine. So 2 single beds. We weren't actually. I think I had a double using the single.
Yeah. Because you're older, I gave you. I let you have the double.
Yeah, okay. So I went to bed. Boxer shorts, t-shirt. I think it was a bit chilly that night, and this gentleman went to sleep in t-shirt, tracksuit bottoms, boxers. I hope. No, there was. Because I saw that the following morning, and socks. Anyway, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and all of a sudden, I've turned around and all right, George, yeah, and he's like, yeah, and his trousers were by his ankles, wasn't it?
Right.
Well, I haven't finished yet. Trousers by ankles and one sock on his hand. All I'm saying.
You're fabricating. Right, so let's clear this up.
2 socks.
No. Let's clear this up, right? So one, we fell asleep watching the Football League highlights. We weren't going to bed. We fell asleep, okay? Because Saints beat Hull in the last minute. I remember that because it was the start of our 25,
that's
26.
when your dad was cussing
Russell Martin.
Yeah.
He soon changed his mind on him, and now he would love him back. Yeah. Obviously, it's not going to happen.
Nah, Russ,
I still love you, Russ.
Yeah. You named your dog after Russ.
I did name a dog after Russ. So we fell asleep watching that. I was still in the clothes I wore back from the event. Right.
Because when we woke up, the TV was off.
Yeah, because it has time on it. Let's stop fabricating. So anyway, I fall asleep, and it's so hot. If you've ever been in Premier Inns, they're so hot.
I just said it was cold.
Yeah, no, but it was so hot. Throughout the night, it was so hot. It was so hot, please. And when you're really tired in the night, you don't want to like properly wake up, so you're just like half asleep. So my legs were boiling, so I just pulled them down, but I couldn't get them over my ankles. I was like, if I do this now, I'm awake. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm awake. I ain't going to get back to sleep. So I just left them down there. The sock line is a complete and utter lie. Right?
Oh, right, okay.
He's fabricated
How do you explain the Vaseline? Yeah, exactly. So, it's awkward.
So this
I'm in the same room as you, in the bed next to you, and you've got... Anyway, we move on.
So this has turned into that type of podcast.
It's a PG podcast.
It's literally Planky Grovesy. Yeah. We should have thought about that.
Anyway, this is like totally unscripted. That's what we should say.
Yeah.
And I think we need to give a big shout out to Game Unlock, sponsor.
Oh yeah, should we do like this could be like a little segue where we now go into an advert where like Gary Neville does Huel.
Yeah.
So I've had Huel. Game Unlock. I haven't actually got
laces up here.
Have you got Game Unlock socks on?
No, have you?
No, I haven't.
Did you bring them?
No, and I'll tell you why I'm not wearing any, because I'm not playing football at the minute. Because also I'm wearing them tonight for futsal training, so I don't want to...
apologies that we haven't got the product, but we will have the product.
But I could put a picture here and there and here. So yeah, Game Unlock sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
And a game we're doing later.
Yep.
Will explain that more. But Game Unlock for me, and they look after a lot of my mates as well with socks. Liam Powell-Freeman, who plays futsal for England, and for the big
futsal friend.
YouTube team LDN. So a shout out to Liam. LDN. London Movements.
Oh yeah, London.
You know Jamie.
Short, yeah.
So he sponsor him, and then my football team as well. We've all got Game Unlock socks.
That's nice, isn't it?
So yeah, it's
and they're a big help to Goals for Gosh as well.
Yeah,
they give the socks to all the players,
and they're generally just both of them really nice guys.
I've even had, I think it's Josh. Josh played.
Yes, he did.
At the Eastbourne game.
He did play at the Eastbourne game. He's got a bit about him, to be fair.
He's moved to Canada, hasn't he?
He has. Yeah, he has. He's genuinely both really nice blokes, and I will always support them as much as I can. I always try and buy the product rather than just having them given to me. I just think it's really important to support people like that who are just genuinely good people.
Yeah, they are.
And they've now helped us with sponsoring the podcast.
It's a shout out.
Yeah, it's a little shout out. They deserve a shout out. They deserve many shout outs. So, should we talk about what we do? Like what you do. Obviously, you don't want to talk about your proper job because I don't.
I'd say I mean, a proper job. Got a proper job. Yep. And Goals for Gosh is, what would you call it? A hobby, a passion?
I wouldn't call it a hobby, because the reason why I wouldn't call it a hobby is because of how much of your life it takes up.
Yeah, it does.
Because you're almost, if you would call playing golf a hobby, right? But you put in so many hours to Goals for
hobbies, and I enjoy raising money.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that, but it's a full-time job without getting paid.
No, it is 100%.
Do you hear that, other charity matches? It's a full-time job without getting paid.
No, it is like a full-time job. Should I tell you how it started?
Please.
I mean, no,
because actually, I like hearing about it, because it's like it's the best thing I've ever been involved in, and I would say that, I was saying that before we were mates. It is. Everyone, and I speak to so many influencers and people, it is the day they love most. Yeah. Because I love charity matches, because you get to network, you get to meet so many cool people, and you get to play at places you've never played before. Something you couldn't do unless you're a professional footballer, play at the ground, somewhat I've played at.
Agreed.
And it's just so amazing. Everyone loves, and this is, everyone always says Goals for Gosh is the number one.
Oh, that's nice to know. But yeah, it is number one, yeah, you're right.
Go.
So how it started. So crazy idea. Sat on the sofa. Said to my wife, I said, look, I want to arrange a charity football match. And she called me crazy. I'm nuts. Whatever. So then I rang Charlotte, co-organiser. Actually, we're not called co-organisers anymore. We're co-founders, because we co-founded it.
Sounds better as well.
Yeah, no, we're co-founders. And I said to her, look, crazy idea, but I need your help with social media, and will you help organise this charity football match? I think she called me crazy as well.
That doesn't surprise me.
We spoke about it, and then within 6 weeks, we arranged the first ever Goals for Gosh match.
But what's mad around all of that, right? Well, what makes it even crazier, wasn't that like
just coming out of the pandemic?
Yeah, so like you're already doing one of the toughest things. Anyone who's done a charity match would understand how hard it is to organise. But then bear in mind you've then got to take into account we're just coming out of a crazy pandemic.
Yeah,
how hard was that?
It was really hard because we did the first match at Crystal Palace.
I wasn't invited to it.
Didn't know you then.
Okay.
You were probably too busy putting your trousers up.
Okay.
Crystal Palace had all their guidelines, again, safety. What do they call it? Social distancing.
Social distancing, woke nonsense.
And then it was all the cleanliness, all that sort of stuff. So that was added stress. And I think it was one of the first charity events after the pandemic that I'm aware of. Had a few celebrities, ex-pros at that event. I got to know Tam Hassan, the actor. So he helped me out with a few celebrities he knew. Then we just had, I think I had a few friends and then local businesses all contribute and take part. And we raised £37,000. I think we had about 600-700 people there, which was crazy. I remember leaving the change room area, walking through the bar. I can't remember what I was doing, but the bar was packed. And I just thought to myself, how is that even possible? How? That event's done. And then me and Charlotte was like, we've got to do that again. We raised that 37,000. And it's just like, yeah, that was such a good day. Then it just flowed. It just followed. Then we evolved what we did with the match to the tournament. Then the following year we added on the kids tournament, and then it's Coach Kane and Miss Kicks, Grace Feller, came down and did a coaching session for the kids. So it's literally just grown. And it is, I've always said it, it's like a big family fun day out. It's not just about football, it's getting families together. We've had families come down from Gosh, little Tommy, Lexi and his family, Jamie and Bobby. They've got to know other parents at Great Ormond Street, so they've got a connection. So they've built their own community. I've spoken to Jamie. I speak to Jamie quite often, and he's told me that not they didn't have anyone, but they've met people through Gosh that are going through the same or similar thing as what they're going through as parents, and they've built that community, and that's the power of Goals for Gosh.
It's probably one of the most humbling things ever is seeing the effect it has.
Yeah.
And what's great about Great Ormond Street Hospital is it's just unbelievable what they do and the hospital, but you can actually see where the money's going to. Is that right?
Yeah, 100%. So me and Charlotte have done tours, numerous tours, and one tour we went to the intensive care unit, and we obviously young children, young babies, in incubators, and one of the nurses said that these incubators cost £30,000 each. Now, that was mind blowing because I thought from the first year when we raised that 37 that would get spent across a lot more things. But then when I thought that's just an incubator that's paid for that one event, it's just like now we've got to do more. So obviously we've done it since 2021. We raised 220,000.
£220,000 is
insane.
An insane amount of money when you consider you were probably sat on a sofa, sat on a seat like this, and just went, I want to do a charity match.
Yeah.
So the butterfly effect of you saying that has led to you making such a difference in so many people's lives just from sat on a sofa with a random idea.
Yep.
And I say this to you all the time, and he doesn't understand the importance of what he does and the lives it changes. But it is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, what I couldn't think of anyone else who's been in this position who does what you do and what Charlotte does, and to get to this position to raise that amount of money is mind blowing. And it is honestly, if you haven't been yet and you haven't been to a Goals for Gosh event, there is nothing like it, because even all the celebrities, everyone, no matter how big they are, or they've all got time for the people there.
100% they have. Honestly, I can't thank all the players, supporters, sponsors, businesses, volunteers enough, because it wouldn't be possible without them. The players giving up their time, the spectators giving up their money for the donations towards Great Ormond Street. Honestly, it wouldn't work without them, and we wouldn't do it No, we would do it. That's a lie. We would do it even if it was out them. But we have said it's to a point where me and Charlotte got a lot of things going on in our lives. That we have said that we're going to give it one more year. One more year. See what happens. Whether it's a break, can we come back? I don't know. Rox will kill me, my wife, if I said I'm just going to do it the following year. But no, me and Charlotte have said we're doing one more year.
Is it hard to let go of, though? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I've got this feeling inside me that next year is going to be the biggest one. It's going to be crazy. I
didn't think we could get any bigger than the summer we've just had. But then with the start of next year, with the Roberto Carlos, and then what we've got planned for the summer, maybe it's on a par, maybe it's bigger.
So before we talk about what I do and what I get into, I've got a few questions regarding this.
Yeah.
So one is just a statement, really. At your events,
yep,
you would have had Eden Hazard playing for you, Roberto Carlos, you've had Santan Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
You've had some of the best English women's footballers.
Yeah.
Gemma Davison, Leanne Sanderson, Farrell Williams,
Kate Chapman's been
Kate Chapman, and they're also all four of them unbelievably lovely. And Gemma Davison always stands out for me because she is unbelievable still.
Unbelievable, yeah. She's like what do I call her? The female Giggsy. Back in his 90s, prime winger.
And I'm thinking, you see all these names, Angry Chinch, Danny Aarons, Luca Bish, Tam Hassan, Russell Martin.
There's been so many.
Do you know what I mean? Do you understand like that?
No, I don't. But the thing is, it's like you take it in your stride, and then they're normal. They're human beings at the end of the day. When people ask me about this person, that person, I'm like, they're human being. They're all down to earth. They're not robots. They've all got a life. They've all got families. They're just human. You can have a conversation with them.
I agree.
Yeah.
And since I've come on board and seen and been in the change room with, and I noticed that as well. But people will be sat there. How have you had Eden Hazard and Roberto Carlos playing at your events?
Yeah, I mean, there's people to thank for that. Shout out to A-Star because he is the one that's helped me with Eden. He's cut his hair and they do things together with Finney. He's helped me with Dave. Tam has helped me with various players as well.
Can you tell? Can you tell the
first time?
Because bear in mind, so before Dave played for Goals for Gosh, he was my number one listened to on Spotify Wrapped
after Spice Girls.
Yeah, after Spice Girls. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was the number one on my Spotify Wrapped that year. So going into the next year, he was number one, right? So for me, that was crazy. Now let's hear his side of that story.
Right. So I think it was a week or a few days before the event. I can't remember what it was. A-Star called me and he said, "Grovesy, Dave wants to play," and I went, "Who's Dave?" If it's not Take That, I ain't got a clue.
And you do know Take That.
And I went, and then he said Santan Dave, and I went to Rox. I went, "Rox, who's Santan Dave?" And then her jaw dropped, and then she told me, and I went, "Of course he could play."
Yeah, I couldn't believe the day when you rang me. You were like, "Yeah, I didn't know who he was," and I was like, "He is."
Yeah, like I said, if it's not Take That, then I ain't got a clue.
There's only been a couple of times especially now because my life's a bit crazy with all the training matches.
Yeah.
I think Hazard and Dave are the only times I've gone like oh my god, because you don't want to be awkward around these people.
No.
But Santan Dave is arguably the best and the biggest English rapper.
Yeah.
Him and Stormzy, you'd probably say. And then Hazard at one point was probably one of the best players in the world.
Best players in the world.
Definitely one of the best players we've seen play in the Premier League.
Yeah, and he's recently just in the Hall of Fame.
Premier League Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask him. We're going to change it up. So now Grovesy, the co-founder of Goals for Gosh.
Yeah.
I want to know what his dream 11. So we're going to make
formation.
No. Do it however you want, because I'm quite excited to hear this. Because you know what's crazy about this bloke is this 11 could probably actually play for him. There is a chance. There is a possibility. He's had Hazard and Roberto Carlos. There's a chance if we put this out there, into the world,
into the
through
universe.
the socials, into the universe, there is a possibility that this happens. Unless he says something like Pele, then that ain't happening. Do you know what I mean?
What about Maradona? Available? No, do you know what? It's but I will go realistic. You're looking at me thinking, hang on a minute.
There's one player I know you're going to say.
Who?
I'm not going to say it, but he he may have played for this club right here.
I know that would be a dream.
That's the dream one. But yeah, go on, keeper. I want it reasonably information.
Okay, yeah, but I am going to think about, is it possible? So keeper. That's actually quite tricky. Do you know actually who I've always wanted?
Go on.
Ben Foster.
That's a good one. Again, does a podcast, does the Fozcast.
Ben Foster. Unfortunately, I have asked. He hasn't been available.
But it's not a no.
It's not a no.
I haven't been available.
I'd like to have Ben Foster in goal.
Good at content, great at content.
Yeah.
I used to love his matchday vlogs when he was at Watford during lockdown. And now I still listen to his podcasts.
Yep.
Very, very good.
I'm going to go centre halves first.
Okay.
I'm going to go John Terry.
Yeah. That is realistic though.
John Terry, would love to get John Terry. I did say I'm going to go centre halves, but I'm actually just now going to go to left back. So Carlos would be great, but I want Ashley Cole.
100%. He's the person that made me want to be a left back, and for me, I'm hopefully Roberto Carlos doesn't listen to this, but Ashley Cole is the best left back to ever play the game. I'm saying that. I don't even care. What about
Maldini? Who's the left back?
Ashley Cole.
Okay. Oh, do you know another place is coming in my head, but he's not going to come. He's not ever going to play for me. I'll wait for that one. Other centre back, realistic. Again, I mean, there's some great players, but I want Gary Cahill.
That's a good
one. I'm going realistic.
That's a really good one. England international, Premier League winner.
At the minute, I've got a Chelsea back three. Right back. Right, Gary Neville.
Cool, yeah.
I'd like to get Gary Neville involved.
Again, only just finished listening to the latest episode of the Overlap podcast. Talking to him like he's listening. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
I love Huel. So yeah, no, he's a really good one.
So many players.
Shit manager, but great.
He did alright in Valencia. He had 8-week holiday.
Good payout.
Okay, I'm just soft formation. I'm just going to give you players. The one I really want is David Beckham.
See, and this is the one you've always said.
David Beckham.
You've always said David Beckham. I don't think it gets any bigger than David Beckham. No. I don't think it does.
No,
I arguably think you could say Hazard was a better footballer, maybe. But Bex is...
And I would also like Romeo, his son. His son used to play for Brentford, didn't he? Brentford beat him.
He's a Beckham. You know, that's... And again, a good footballer.
Yeah.
Seems a lovely lad.
Yeah.
Seemed very nice. That is potentially realistic.
I don't know. I mean, I'd love it to be. Yeah. David Beckham, not too sure. But Romeo, hopefully it is realistic. Know a few people.
Well, there we go.
I'd like Peter Crouch. I'd like Wayne Rooney. I'd like Steven Gerrard. I'm literally just naming legends here.
Yeah, but the important thing about you naming these legends is you've had legends, actual celebrities, actual ex-footballers of that level play for you.
Yeah.
Eden Hazard, Roberto Carlos,
it's still
Joe Cole. Like that's the level of players you're naming right now.
Do you know the one player that we would never get? And this is me even just saying his name. I mean, David Beckham is. I don't think we'd ever get David Beckham. But do you know what I'd love? Zlatan. Yeah.
That's a proper rogue one.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan, please. I've even got a tattoo of you on my leg. That's not it, yeah? Where is it? The camera's right there. So look. Zlatan.
What the?
Zlatan, I've actually got a tattoo of your face on my leg.
I will,
I'll show you it when you play for Goals for Gosh next summer.
I'll add it as an overlay onto the podcast.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So Zlatan, and of course Bobby Zamora.
Bobby Zamora.
Honestly, I loved watching him play growing up. I was ball boy for Brighton a few times, and I actually do think he gave me a high five when he went into the tunnel after a match. There's a bit of a fact for you there. I've been on Match of the Day. It's an FA Cup game, ball boy. Yeah.
Oh.
But am I missing a new one? I mean, if we're going away from football, I'd like Robbie Williams, Gary Barlow.
He's a Take That fan if you haven't worked out. I mean, that's a really good...
It would be magic.
It would be magic.
I mean, all I do each night is pray. What else have we got? Oh, don't.
Yeah,
I'll sing them.
You stop that right now.
Right.
You stop that right now. So yeah, like for me, it's a crazy, crazy world that's a possibility. And to name the people that I've managed, obviously, is absolutely mental.
Yeah,
you know, the fact that I've managed Santan Dave, Eden Hazard, Joe Cole, whoever, you know, absolutely mental. The fact they've had to listen to a team talk from me.
Yeah.
That's weird in itself.
I mean, even just listening to this fucking. I also like Harry Redknapp as manager.
Oh, right.
On
the other team.
We've had some good managers. Ian Holloway was a good manager. Obviously, Mark White's a character, good manager. Fenner's great bloke.
Fenner's was unbelievable when he made it so good. Fenner's and Mark already having a relationship sort of made the day.
It was good.
So much funnier from the sideline.
I'd like Jamie Redknapp as well. There's a lot of people I'd like. A lot of people Charlotte would like. Do you know who we would really like? Charlotte would really like is Joe Marler. Just been on the Traitors, Celebrity Traitors. Used to play for
Rugby player?
England Rugby, yeah.
Joe Marler.
Can
he run around a football pitch?
Yeah, I actually played in a charity game with him.
Big boy, isn't he?
Earlier this year.
Big boy.
He scored.
Did he? Got a bit about him?
He has.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong boy.
Fair play to him. Joe Marler. Come play for Goals for Gosh.
Play. You'll make Charlotte very, very happy.
In many ways.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about me. What about you? What do you do?
So
I make videos.
So yeah,
you're the mic'd up manager. You swear at your team. F this, yeah, whatever.
So that's pretty much what I do, actually.
Actually, before we move from Goals for Gosh, you talk about manager. Let's say, so obviously I'm co-founder, co-organiser, whatever it is. I like to give myself some minutes. It's not about me. The first year was. This, 90 minutes. He wasn't involved. I've scored 3 out of 4 at Selhurst Park, more than Ronaldo. So you can just put a little Ronaldo up there. When you do the editing.
Yeah, no worries.
Anyway, for the last couple of events, he puts me on and then subs me off after 8 minutes. True?
He literally. So what's funny about this, right? And again, complete fabrication, but he's not letting the truth get in the way of a good story. All that bollocks, right? Is he tells me to do that and then acts like I'm doing something completely out of order when I actually take it off. So
put me on late, but don't take me off. This is rude.
He's having me on there. Like he's trying to belittle me.
Nah.
Last game, what happened? Bromley.
Oh yeah, what happens? You try to take me off again?
Try to take him off because he said, "Please just give me like 5-10 minutes."
Yeah.
So I gave him 12.
Scored.
I thought, right, he's had his moment. He's had his big day out. He's raised all this money for charity. Now let the people that have given up their days, to go and have some minutes. It's not all about Grovesy, is it? Oh, no, it is. It is all about Grovesy. What did he do? He kicked up a fuss on the middle of the pitch, made one of the women go off the pitch.
No, I did not.
Forced her off.
No, I did not.
Forced her off.
No, you're fabricating. No. Katie Chapman was very kind, and she went, "You're not going off. I'll go off." And I went, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, you should have heard what she said when she came off as well.
No, don't fabricate. Yeah. But no, you're just out of order. Anyway, so that's enough about me. What about you?
So basically what I do is my job before was I worked with my dad painting and decorating, but then I wanted to, my passion was always football, so I ended up trying to be a coach full time, did one-to-ones, worked with professional footballers, worked with all ages, all abilities, but I really started tailoring it.
Called Taylor.
Yep, Noah well. Oh, that sounded weird.
What?
That sounded weird. I didn't mean like that.
Wow.
I don't mean like that.
Cut.
Oh, fucking hell.
Back in the room, yep.
Back in it. So yeah, I really started tailoring it towards the pro footballer and worked with them in their off season.
Yep.
Which was great for money then, but I had to work out something to do in the meantime. So it was during lockdown where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make some cool videos for the kids I coached to copy the skills because you couldn't get out. I was doing keep up to toilet roll, all the normal.
Oh, I did that.
All the normal shit that everyone else was doing, right? Where we couldn't actually. That's good. Yeah. Rubbish that. So yeah, I was doing that, and I had about 13 followers, and I think 4 of them were different accounts of mine. And then the rest of my family and some of the kids I coached, right? So just posting them, send them into our group chat with the under 12s I coached. And then like I was playing Warzone with one of my closest mates, Jack. I decided to make a video, and the video was of all the best players I played with in this one team. And I posted it. It was sort of like a mixtape to me, mixtape out of me. And I thought, you know what? It's funny. I'm just going to post it out there. And in that video, there was James Ward-Prowse. There was like loads of them who've gone on to be a pro.
Yeah.
All of them, apart from me. So it was like a running joke right to the end. Then it's me playing futsal in a sports hall.
Yeah.
And they're all playing at Wembley or playing for England. You know, It's quite funny.
Yeah, but where are they now? Sitting on the bench?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
You know, so basically, so I posted that, put my phone down, because I usually only get like 100 views per video.
Yeah. And that's all you?
Picked just me refreshing. Picked it up like an hour later, and it was on like 30k. And like people were spamming it. I was like, this is mental. Like really, really crazy. Went to sleep, woke up, and it was on 1.5 million. And I'd gained 25,000 followers overnight. And then it became very real that this is going to be something I have to either go all in or back out of quite quickly. My family were pretty much like back out of it. They saw the comments, they read the comments. There was a lot of hate. But I decided to go all in. And give it a go. I think this is my advice to people who want to do social media, still doing it now, is I didn't find my niche quick enough. So I basically just toyed around with doing stupid shit on TikTok, doing trends, random highlight clips. Yeah. And that gets you so far. Yeah. But until you find your niche and what you're good at, and something that people want to watch, whether they love, hate, whatever it is, you're not going to be successful over long term. Yeah. And my niche now, and I didn't find it out till last year, was mic'd up manager videos. And since I've done them, since I mic'd up Izzy as well, my wife who's the physio, and she was at Dorking, very popular there in the bunch of amateurs videos, is I went from 40,000 followers to now on TikTok I've got just under 300k. On Instagram I've got over 110,000, something like that. Well done. And it's become a full-time job. I edit videos for other people, I edit for myself. My life is purely just about making content, and I'm very fortunate to be in the position I am. And like Izzy, I've managed to build her profile to having over 600 and whatnot thousand on Instagram, 600,000 people on Instagram. So yeah, I'm very glad I found my niche, found what I love, and on top of that, I'm a manager of a non-league football club. So yeah, Shrewton United, shout out to them.
Top of the table?
Top of the table. So last year was my first season. I took them over. They finished the season before on 20 points, second bottom. Last year we got them up to 5th, highest scoring team in the league. A complete turnaround with the same team. It was just about adding structure. This season I've added more quality. We're top of the league, clear by 9 points. Nice. 20 games played. We've only got 13 left. So it'd be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes. Got no game tomorrow. As this comes out on a Friday, or we're on a Friday at the minute, so got no game tomorrow, so got a nice weekend off. Might go watch Dorking. Never know.
Nice.
And I'm absolutely loving it there. I'm working harder than you should at Step 7. I do a lot of analysis because I love doing the content I do.
You do a lot at the ground as well, don't you?
Yeah, do a lot of the grounds. I'm there sort of
painting the lines.
I feel like you've got to, if you're going to be a manager in a non-league club, you've got to be all in. And
I don't know if many non-league managers do what you do.
No, and this always stuck by me, right? And so I first ever spoke to Russ, and he told me he watches my videos. He said his son shows me his videos, and he sent me.
He must want things to go to sleep to.
Yeah, fair. And prick. And he said this line to me, right? Because people have always said I care too much or I put too much effort in, and he said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So for me, it's about showing everyone how much I care about them as a player, how much I care about them as a person, how much I care about the club. Yeah. They don't care sometimes about how much I know about football.
Yeah.
It's how I can make them feel.
You're invested into the people.
Yes, you've got to be invested into the people.
It's important. If you don't have the people, nothing works.
And the difference is between coaching kids and coaching adults is kids want to be there. They, a lot of the time they want to be there, unless it's forced by their parents. They don't have jobs.
Yeah.
They go to school, but that's it. Football, they want to be there. They love it.
Yep.
Adults, you've got wives, kids, problems at home, jobs, car difficulties, whatever it is, any other things you can think of, financial difficulties. I've got to take that all into account and deal with each player differently.
Yep.
And suddenly football isn't a priority as much as it was before. So for me, it's been a massive eye-opener. I'm absolutely loving it. My aim is to manage as high up as I can in non-league football. And I think when I started, people thought it was a gimmick because of my social media and the fact there's cameras that follow us everywhere.
Yeah.
But I think people are starting to finally realise now that it's not a gimmick.
And teams want to beat you more because of the cameras. And,
and
what you've built.
They do. We find that out quite regularly. I mean, I thought about stick that on TikTok on the back of a fucking jumper.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that. I reckon we're up to about 4,000 times since I started managing.
Yeah.
Stick that on TikTok. I mean, yes, I will because it's content.
Cheers.
Yeah. And it makes me money. So yeah, if you can keep saying that, that'd be ideal. And it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I want to see how far I can get. And again, I wouldn't have taken this jump if it wasn't for Mark at Dorking. I've formed a great friendship relationship with him where he told me to retire from football because he'd seen me play in his charity matches. He feels like you don't care anymore, you're just drifting through games. And to be fair, he probably wasn't wrong. After, don't want to get morbid, but after Mum died, I lost real interest for playing football. And I love managing, I love coaching, I love seeing the lads, I love, I still get that buzz. And now it means more to me. If we lose, I take it more to heart, as you know. Sometimes I won't reply or, but when, I absolutely am obsessed with football, managing, coaching.
I saw your boys at your wedding. You could see the bond they've all got and what you've got with them.
It's so important to have a close team wins you points, and I'm certain that the stuff we've done off the pitch, the events we've done off the pitch, they all go out to the club on a Saturday night if we won, all go out together. That's got us points this season.
Yeah.
We've been down, we were 2-0 down in a top of the table game a couple of weeks back, 2 down at half time, and I looked around the change room and there wasn't anyone sulking. They were like, we're going to turn this around now. We went out 1-4-2, and those are the moments where you're like, the change room's got us that point. Nothing I've said tactically.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Yes, I like that. It's a great word.
Hashtag camaraderie.
Hashtag camaraderie, yeah. Team spirit, morale.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see where it goes. I guess you're going to follow, the podcast is going to follow us along with that because...
Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, carry on, sorry.
No, but... look. Carry on, sorry. Because we're going to try and do these as much as we can. Obviously, we live a bit far away, but now you're moving to this area.
Yeah.
There'll be a possibility of more podcasts, getting guests on. You're going to follow and if you can't follow on here, you can follow me on my socials or whatnot, and you follow Goals for Gosh. Make sure you follow them.
Goals for Gosh. Goals number 4 Gosh. My private page has 627 followers compared to Planky's 110,000 followers. So.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry about that. But I actually think Goals for Gosh should have 10 times as many followers as me because I don't do anything good for people. I don't change anyone's lives. I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Prick. That was actually my line. I can't say that, can I?
What?
About the line about you at my wedding. I can't say that. Can I say that?
I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll say it because then if you take it badly, I'm going to cut it out. But I sort of said to everyone that, Grovesy's my best man.
Yeah.
And, I sort of said he raises so much money for charity.
Yeah.
What do you lot do for charity?
Yeah, he did.
It's not what I said. I said it slightly different than that, and it went down like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
A lot of things I said went down like a lead balloon.
I thought you did really well at your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was up there for about 30 minutes. My speech on the other hand had people engaged. Not saying yours wasn't engaging.
Mine was horrendous, as in just
good.
Offensive.
No, it was good. It was good.
I don't care who I offend. The thing is, at the end of the day, it's my fucking wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't give a fuck.
They were shouting, stick that on your TikTok.
Yeah. I don't care if people didn't like what I said. I don't care.
Your wedding, it's your day.
Yeah, and also, I don't really like people.
Yeah, this is what Rox said to me, right? She said, you're going on a podcast. Not only are you going on a podcast, but it's your podcast. But you don't like speaking. I'm like, yeah. So this is really interesting.
It is really interesting. But this is a teaser, right? Because like this is just our first.
This is the pilot. This is the pilot.
But we're gonna learn. We're gonna adapt. We've done absolutely unscripted. We are just talking shit.
Yeah. Instead of you picking up the phone to me or vice versa, we'll literally just catch up.
Yeah. But
we're giving
it will evolve, it will change.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get guests on, some big guests.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a bit of fun with it. And this is going to be the lead up to all the Goals for Gosh events.
Goals for Gosh
events. We're going to be doing some videos while we're at the events. Hopefully getting some interviews and whatnot. We'll do those bits. But yeah, no, I have, weirdly, we talk about, we haven't got any sort of like preparation or anything like that. I don't prep. But we have got some questions.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some questions. Because I said, and we're going to do it sort of like every... There's a couple of things I'm going to introduce, and I haven't gone through you, but we're always going to ask for questions.
Odd, yeah.
I haven't gone through you, no matter what they said about that hotel. You know, but I'm also going to ask people to send in problems. Or send in issues.
Dear Deirdre, remember that?
Like Deirdre. Dear Deirdre. It was a newspaper article, right?
That's it.
Yeah, see, I actually know. I'm 30, by the way.
That's a good one. Tell us your problems.
So tell us your problems. So life issues, any sort of issues, relationship problems, we love them all. We love them all. We love that sort of stuff. You know, it'd be great.
I actually want you to go on our page now.
Yeah.
See if you get in the next 10 minutes.
Maybe
probably
for the
not.
next
We've got 140.
Yeah. We'll have a look.
Go for it.
We will have a look.
So what questions?
So yeah, so I'm gonna whip out some questions.
Glad you finished.
Gonna whip them out. We're gonna have a little look, and we're gonna. Some of them will not be getting read out. Yeah, I think the first one's great. I won't stitch anyone up with saying names.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because some of them, I guess some people maybe not want. Some of them definitely do. Some of them really don't want me to say out their questions and who that relates to.
Yeah.
Because they think this goes on privately. But I see all your names. I see who you are. I'm not a prick.
Oh shit! Why's my dad messaging you?
Yeah. So the first question is, why did you want to start this podcast?
Oh, good question.
It was literally the first question we got. Is why do you want to start this podcast?
Do you know that person?
Yes, I do
know that person.
No, you don't. I've actually appeared on this person's podcast. It's the only podcast I've ever done. Years ago.
Clearly, it wasn't that great. I didn't listen to it.
You did listen to it.
Do I?
Yeah, you did listen to it.
I did listen to it.
Yeah, it was quite a long time ago though.
Yeah,
2-3 years.
Yeah, I do remember.
So we want to start this podcast because I think we're at that point where, like, we wanted to. I wanted to see you more. You know, he's best man at my wedding, and I think it was really important that we've got a platform. You've got the amazing Goals for Gosh stuff you do, and I've got a following, so to say, and we can also get some great guests.
Yeah, I think it is just that, and it's just a chat and getting to know us as well.
100%. The amount of people that have told us to do this, it is crazy, and
it's a long time coming. Good 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I remember people said straight away we just click, and it makes sense to do something, whether it was a joint page or videos or whatnot. And I just think with podcasts, you get the best out of it.
Yeah, and I know there's so many podcasts out there. Not saying that's a bad thing because we've just jumped on that train, but I think it's probably just natural for us. Instead of actually going out there making videos that doesn't feel natural, this is a natural thing.
100%. I completely agree. Yeah. The next one's we're gonna link these two, right?
Okay.
Because it's two. I think I've had 40. I counted earlier. It's 43 questions.
That's not bad, is it?
But we're not going to do them all. We'll save a few for the next episode. These two are linked, and it's from the same person. It says, "Are you two famous? And do you ever get imposter syndrome?"
I'm not famous, no.
And I am not famous either.
Not famous in
I think the famous people for me is the Hazards, the Angry Ginge. Anyone who doesn't think he's a celebrity is absolutely meant. I see it all kicking off about him going, I'm a celebrity. The surely what a famous person is you're universally recognised. You could be recognised. You've got a decent amount of following.
Yeah.
You know, people would notice you in the street. They'd ask you for pictures, whatnot. And I feel like Angry Ginge at the minute is one of the most famous people in the country, arguably. So I definitely think he's famous. We're both not famous, in my opinion.
No, we're not.
But I do get imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I get imposter syndrome.
So the easiest way to describe for me is, I'm managing Eden Hazard. I'm at events and playing with people who either are ridiculously famous, have released #1 albums and #1 songs, or played in the Premier League over 100 appearances, or have been in massive films.
Yeah.
You know, and suddenly I'm lining up alongside these people at these events, or I'm managing these people.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, like, why am I there? So it is, for me, it's the hardest thing. Because you feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. But the best thing is they make you feel very welcome. There's no one that's ever at an event made me feel like I don't deserve to be there.
No.
Yours, I guess, is slightly different. It's a slightly different vibe.
Yeah, no, imposter syndrome in terms of goals for gosh, no, I don't think so. I mean, it's probably pinch me moments afterwards to realise actually I've just had Ed in there, or I've just had Dave, or whoever these people are. They've actually just been a part of our event. So not at the time. There are certain things in my life where I do actually have imposter syndrome, whether that's a work front. So I don't know if that answers that question. So, imposter syndrome,
I know what you mean. The next one is name one thing you like about each other and name one thing you change about each other.
Oh,
that's I'll go first because I think it's quite easy. The one thing I change about Grovesy is his work hours. It is so hard to get. All he does is work constantly. And we talk about goals for gosh work. I'm on about his normal job as well. Yesterday he finished work at like ridiculous late. You had a work meeting. You rang me at 11:15 at night. But then you'll be up at work at like 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. And you know, you just work constant hours. And then trying to fit goals for gosh inside of that, it's really hard to organise anything. Or like when I'm making videos for you, sometimes you can't reply for like 4 hours because you're in like back-to-back work meetings.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't change anything about anything else personality-wise. The one thing I like about you is that at the drop of the hat, you would do anything for anyone else.
Yeah.
So I know they kind of contradict each other, but he would change everything to help someone. You know, and I openly say that he has completely, and he doesn't, I don't think I've ever said this to him much, he has completely changed my life in regards that I think I've only got the following I have to a degree because of the events he's got me at. And whether I deserve to be them at them or not, and I know he might either agree or disagree. Knowing him, he's probably going to agree. But like, I don't believe that I would have ever been in the position if he didn't invite me to where he is. And then the sort of like butterfly effect, the domino effect of that is that social media is my full-time job. I've met some amazing people. I've met some of the people I've looked up to as a kid. You know, I've been on the same pitch. I've played on Premier League football grounds. You know, I've got opportunities in YouTube videos, in whatnot. You know, I've got amazing sponsors, and I think a lot of it is down to what this bloke's done and what he's achieved. So I'm interested to see what he comes back with there.
Awkward. What I don't like is when
Dead humans. What I don't like. Go on, sorry.
No. They are kind words, but again, I just take it in my stride. I don't. What you just said is really, really nice. Don't get me wrong, it really is. But it's just that's just me. I do agree though, where I put people before me.
Yes, massively.
I do. Yeah, I would put myself out of it at risk, whatever, to make sure that someone else is.
I think also you have a family.
Yeah.
You have a daughter. You have a wife.
Yeah. Do
you see them as much as you'd like? Your work's hectic.
No. Work goes for gosh. My work ethic has always been the same. As soon as I left college, no matter what I've done, I've always been obsessed with my work because I want to be the best and I want to make sure things are done. It's a bit of an OCD of mine. If something isn't done, if it's out of my control, it sort of plays on my mind. So I just always have to know what's going on and just be constantly working.
But what I would say is you're pretty good at switching off when you go on holiday.
Yeah.
So like when you do go away on holidays and whatnot with family, and you're pretty good at switching off then.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing for you.
My number one. My wife and my daughter, number one.
Yeah, and I quite clearly see that, and it is nice that when you do get that time away, I worry that you're always going to keep doing goals for gosh stuff or whatnot. It's like, no, just because you're going to burn out of it otherwise.
Yeah, agreed. But go back to you.
You're not going to change, so
no, we'll take a year off. 2 years. What? What was the question?
What do you like about me, and what would you change about me?
What do I like about you?
I'm actually not.
No, I think. Do you know what you put people first before yourself. I think you supported us at Goals for Gosh, and you would do things. If I say I need that in 5 minutes, you'd do it. You care a lot about people. One thing I don't like is you don't believe in yourself. So what you just said about you wouldn't be where you are today without Goals for Gosh, that's not true. You would be. You got to have more confidence, and that's one thing I don't think you have. In front of the camera, you're mic'd up stuff, but away from the camera, not saying you put a front on, but away from it, you get in your own headspace, and that's one thing I don't like.
I wouldn't disagree. I think anyone who does the similar videos to what I do, I think you've all have to put up a bit of a wall and a front on camera. Yeah. Not changing who I am, because I mean people say stuff like I script my videos and I say things on my video just like I've scripted it. And I was like, no, like I'm actually worse when the camera's not on. Like when I'm managing and I'm not being filmed, I'm worse. Yeah. So like I'm PCing myself down a little bit. I am purely me, but you have to put on a wall, you know, because I come from an area where there's not many people who do social media. You know, that's why all the charity matches are nowhere near me, because, you know, there's only probably a couple I know down my way, but the stuff I do, and I also do it in a sport where it's very opinionated. Yeah. And it can be very frowned on very quickly. And for me, it is tough. It is hard. And I also think sometimes, and I've spoke to people high up in football, and they think potentially social media might stop me getting a job as a manager at some clubs, because some will go, well, Shruton's been put on the map massively because of George. Yeah. You know, everyone's heard of, you know, the amount of people have heard Shruton. I had 600 million views on all my videos last year combined. My profile had 600 million views. So, like, Shruton has gone from no one really caring about it, you know, to suddenly people asking if they can buy, like, shirts and
But do you think other people are trying to do that with clubs? Like, when I do go on social media, you see, not saying like mic'd up manager stuff, but they're trying to build their non-league clubs into something.
I think people now know how important social media is.
Yeah, it is powerful.
And the people that used to take the mick out of me for doing videos, I see their clubs doing them now as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I was just ahead of the time a little bit. I also, and this is the one time I'm going to sound confident, I see clubs now trying to copy what I do. Yeah. And the thing about my mic'd up manager videos is I caught the flow. I've got the flow of how my video goes. Yeah. I watched Robbie Savage do it at Forest Green. I saw them, they put one of them, they stopped doing it quite quickly. But like the flow didn't work. They weren't clipping up the right bits, not what people want to see. You know, you need something at the start that's going to drag people in. So usually it's me screaming at someone or me saying something controversial. And then you need to flow well. You need to add different angles. You need to add different bits of quality. So, yeah, like I don't think anyone does it quite like me. Yeah. I'm backlogging content at the minute, so I don't have a massive break sort of in the summer. And I also want it to be a good storyline for whatever happens for the rest of the season, whether this is my last season at Shruton or whether I'm here for another 10 years. You know, I want it to be a great story. It's a club that I love. It's a club that I started my football career at 7, 8 years old. And it's perfect that I'm here now, and hopefully we can end it in a nice way.
Nice.
Shall we say that's the end of our first episode?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
because we're gonna film a second episode.
Yeah, we are.
When are we gonna do that?
In 10 minutes.
Okay, but they're not going to realise it's in 10 minutes.
No.
So we're going to do some crazy stuff. We might not even be dressed in the same clothes. My trousers might be my ankles. That would get either people turned on or turned off. So yeah, no, look, this is, you're going to have to bear with us for the first 2 episodes, right? You're going to have to bear with us for bits. Some of it from these first episodes might just make it out into clips. Do you know what I mean? They might just be clips and go on Instagram.
Clips. Yeah.
But like, we're having fun with it. We're getting to see each other. Some of you will be listening to this and enjoying it. Some of you will be listening to it because you fucking hate us. Yeah. And some of you are just wankers.
Yeah.
So,
but this is what the 147 fans on Instagram wanted.
Yes, it is, and it's great. But no, I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I've actually really enjoyed that. We've just had a chat. Yeah. We've had a chat about things.
You've got to know us as well.
Yeah. I mean, we already knew all that. Yeah. But I'm learning it again. Yeah. And it's great.
It is great.
So it's great for you. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Unfollow.
You know? Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't unfollow.
No, don't follow. We need followers.
Yeah, share.
Share the world.
But yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, Thank you very much. Grovesy, that was a great chat. We'll see you soon. This might be a clip. This might be a whole podcast. We don't know. I'm going to have to do some editing. But yeah, we will see you in the next episode. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Take care.
Take care.
Stay
Peace
safe.
and love.
Peace.
Peace.